Honda Transalp 750 XL, from legend to comeback. Some motorcycles fade into history, others refuse to stay there. The Honda Transalp disappeared for over a decade, but in 2023, it roared back stronger than ever. Today, we're diving into the complete story of this adventure icon, from its birth in the 1980s to why it's the smart choice heading into 2026. The Honda Transalp isn't just another adventure bike. It's a 38-year legacy of reliability, versatility, and that special Honda magic that turns everyday riders into adventurers. We'll trace its evolution from the original XL 600V through its disappearance, its dramatic 2023 comeback, and the improvements that make the 2025 to 2026 model year the best Transalp ever built. Let's get into it. Picture this, it's 1987. The Paris-Dakar Rally is capturing imaginations worldwide. BMW's R80 GS is redefining what motorcycles can do, and Honda is about to drop something unexpected. The first Transalp prototype was actually built in 1985 as an off-road bike with a 500 cubic centimeter engine. But Honda had a different vision. They wanted something that could handle Alpine passes in city streets with equal confidence. The solution? Take the off-road capability of a rally bike, add road manners, and wrap it in a full fairing. In 1987, the XL 600V Transalp hit the market with a 583 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled 52-degree V-twin engine. It made 50 horsepower, which grew to 55 horses in 1989 and 1990 models. For Europeans navigating mountain roads from the Adriatic to the French Riviera, it was perfect. Light at 175 kilos, equipped with a 21-inch front wheel, and featuring that iconic square-light design, the Transalp created its own category. Here's what made it special. While competitors focused on either pure dirt performance or pure road touring, the Transalp nailed the middle ground. It wasn't the fastest, it wasn't the most powerful, but it could do everything well enough to become a cult favorite, especially across Europe and Japan. Riders used them for everything from daily commutes to around-the-world adventures, including the famous 1994 Tokyo to London trip. Honda didn't just set it and forget it. The Transalp evolved with the times. In 1994, a major facelift arrived with new fairings and improved instruments. By 1997, the front brake got a second disc, boosting stopping power. Weight crept up to 196 kilos, but reliability remained bulletproof. The year 2000 brought the XL 650V. Displacement jumped to 647 cubic centimeters with a bigger bore. Power increased to 52 horsepower and 54 newton-meters of torque. The shock absorbers were redesigned for better road use. Fuel capacity grew by 1 liter and weight actually dropped by 4 kilos. Honda was refining the formula. Then came 2007 and the XL 700V. The engine grew again to 680 cubic centimeters to meet Euro 3 emission standards. Here's where things got controversial. The front wheel shrank from 21 inches to 19 inches. The bike gained ABS and catalytic converters, but purists felt it was becoming too road-focused. The 2008 model reinforced this direction with larger tires, a lower saddle, and road-oriented suspension. Throughout these generations, one thing remained constant. The Transalp was reliable, affordable, and practical. It wasn't about impressing anyone. It was about getting the job done, whether that job was a grocery run or crossing a continent. By 2012, the XL 700V quietly disappeared from Honda's lineup. Adventure bikes were getting bigger, heavier, and more complex. The GS series was dominating. KTM was pushing the envelope, and Honda's focus shifted to the Africa Twin. For over a decade, Transalp fans kept their bikes running, but the name was gone. The question wasn't if Honda would bring it back, it was whether they even remembered it existed. Spoiler alert, they did. November 2022, EICMA Milan. Honda unveiled something nobody expected but everyone wanted, the all-new 2023 L750 Transalp. This wasn't just a refresh, this was a complete reinvention. Gone was the V-twin. In its place, a 755 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine borrowed from the CB 750 Hornet. This Unicam 8-valve power plant with a 270-degree crank produced 91 horsepower and 75 newton-meters of torque. That's more power than any Transalp in history. More importantly, it's within 10 horses of the mighty Africa Twin, but in a package weighing just 208 kilos wet. Honda returned to the bike's roots with a 21-inch front wheel, 7.9 inches of front travel, and 7.5 inches at the rear. Ground clearance sits at 210 millimeters. Seat height is 850 millimeters, making it surprisingly accessible for a full-size adventure bike. The technology package rivaled bikes costing thousands more. 4 ride modes: Sport, Standard, Rain and Gravel, plus a customizable user mode. 5 levels of traction control, 2 levels of ABS with the option to disable the rear for off-road, a 5-inch full-color TFT display with smartphone connectivity via Honda RoadSync. Most shocking, the price. At £9,499 in the UK and $9,999 in the US, the Transalp undercut the Yamaha Tenere 700, KTM 790 Adventure, and nearly matched the Aprilia Tuareg 660. Honda wasn't just bringing back a legend, they were making it accessible. The reviews were glowing. Riders praised its nimble handling, punchy mid-range power, and that magical Honda quality where everything just works. It wasn't trying to be a hardcore enduro bike or a luxury tour. It was a do-everything machine for real-world riders, just like the original. Here's where it gets interesting for 2026 buyers. Honda didn't rest on the comeback. Just 2 years in, they released the 2025 model with focused improvements based on real-world feedback. The front end got a complete redesign. The old CB 500X style headlight was replaced with aggressive dual LED projector lenses that look sharper and illuminate better. The fairing was revised with a central intake duct that improves aerodynamics and reduces helmet buffeting. The windscreen now uses Durabio, a sustainable bio-based plastic that's scratch-resistant and optically superior. Suspension tuning was dialed in. The Showa front fork received slightly less compression and rebound damping for better compliance over rough surfaces. The rear shock went the opposite direction with increased damping for better control when loaded with luggage or a passenger. This balance means the bike handles twisty mountain roads more confidently while still soaking up washboard gravel. The TFT display was upgraded with optical bonding to reduce glare in bright sunlight. New switchgear borrowed from the updated CB 750 Hornet made controls simpler and more intuitive. Fuel injection mapping was refined for smoother throttle response at low to mid RPMs. Weight increased by just 2 kilos to 210 kilos. The seat height remained unchanged at 850 millimeters. And crucially, in the US market, the price held steady at $9,999. So why should you consider the Transalp heading into 2026? Let's break down the compelling reasons. First, proven reliability. The 2023 models have now had 2 years on the road. Early adopters have racked up serious miles, and the verdict is clear. It's Honda reliable. No major recalls. No widespread issues. Just solid, dependable transportation that you can trust for long expeditions or daily commutes. Second, the value proposition remains unbeatable. At $9,999, you're getting 91 horsepower, a full electronic suite, quality Showa suspension, and Honda build quality. The Yamaha Tenere 700 costs more with 27 fewer horsepower and no TFT screen. The KTM 790 Adventure matches the price but comes with a reputation for higher maintenance costs. The BMW F850 GS costs significantly more. Only the base Suzuki V-Strom 800RE comes close on price, and it lacks the Transalp's off-road capability. Third, the sweet spot of capability. This isn't a 250-kilo monster that intimidates you on technical trails. It's not a lightweight dual sport that gets blown around on highways. At 210 kilos, with that 21-inch front wheel and 200 millimeters of suspension travel, it handles fire roads and single track better than most middleweights while remaining confidence-inspiring on twisty pavement. The parallel twin delivers smooth, accessible power that works in traffic or at altitude. Fourth, the 2025 refinements matter. That improved suspension tuning, better aerodynamics, and enhanced display visibility aren't just marketing. Reviewers who've tested back-to-back say the 2025 model rides noticeably better on extended trips. The reduced helmet buffeting alone makes highway miles more enjoyable. The sharper handling in corners addresses one of the few criticisms of the 2023 model. Fifth, dealer support is improving. When the Transalp returned in 2023, Honda's adventure bike network was still building. By 2026, dealers have parts in stock, technicians are familiar with the bike, and the accessories ecosystem has expanded. Honda offers 5 accessory packs: urban, touring, adventure, rally, and comfort. Third-party manufacturers have jumped in with crash bars, luggage systems, comfort seats, and suspension upgrades. Sixth, the community has formed. One advantage of buying into an established model is the knowledge base. Online forums are full of real-world tips, common mods, and group rides. You're not beta testing. You're joining a tribe of riders who've already figured out what works. Finally, it fits the current market moment. In 2026, riders are looking for bikes that don't break the bank, but don't compromise on capability. The mega adventure bikes have become too heavy, too complex, and too expensive for many riders. The Transalp offers 80% of the capability at 60% of the cost. For most riders, most of the time, that's the better equation. No bike is perfect, so let's be honest about considerations. The seat is a love it or hate it situation. Some riders find it comfortable for hours, others swap it immediately for the comfort seat accessory. Test ride before you buy, preferably for more than 30 minutes. Suspension is excellent for the price point, but not premium. If you're planning serious off-road or two-up touring with full luggage, you might want to budget for an aftermarket shock upgrade. The Showa components are good, but they're not Öhlins. The frame and fasteners have shown some thin paint issues, leading to early corrosion. It's not widespread, but check for chips and touch them up promptly. Frame sliders and protection are worthwhile investments. Ground clearance at 210 millimeters is good, but not exceptional. Deep sand, technical rock gardens, and extreme off-road will challenge it. Just like they challenge every middleweight adventure bike. There's no quick shifter on the base model. It's available in the Rally Pack accessory bundle or as a standalone option, but that's extra cost. These aren't deal breakers, they're just things to know going in. From a 1987 V-twin that carved its name into adventure riding history through a decade-long absence, to a 2023 comeback that exceeded expectations, the Honda Transalp 750 has come full circle. The 2025 updates prove Honda is committed to refining this platform, not just cashing in on nostalgia. In 2026, the Transalp isn't the flashiest bike in the adventure segment. It doesn't have the latest radar cruise control or electronically adjustable suspension. What it has is something more valuable: a proven formula of lightweight, versatile capability, reasonable price, and Honda reliability. It's the bike that can take you across a continent or to the grocery store without drama. The machine that handles fire roads on Saturday and your commute on Monday. The adventure bike that welcomes real-world riders instead of intimidating them. Honda spent 38 years perfecting this formula. By 2026, they've nailed it. So here's the question. Is the Transalp the adventure bike you've been waiting for? Or does another machine in the middleweight class capture your imagination? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're riding a Transalp, tell us about your experience. Thanks for watching Throttle Planet. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and we'll see you on the next ride.